Hey everyone, Humsy Plays here, and this rumor predicted Galarian Ponyta. So what else is in this rumor that might be real? So, this is so far just a rumor, so take everything here with a grain of salt because we don't want to get our hopes up and end up being disappointed. But this rumor did get one thing right, and that was there is going to be a Galarian Ponyta, so that gives more credibility to this rumor. And yeah, we're gonna look at this rumor and see what else is there. So 97 new Pokemon, 7 of those are legendaries slash mythicals. So over 500 older Pokemon are in the Galar deck. So yeah, based on the guidebook for Pokemon Sword and Shield, we know that there's gonna be like about 500 older Pokemon coming back in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So yeah, about 300 Pokemon won't be in the game. Although that's not entirely confirmed yet, just based on the size of the book, we know that that's sort of true. So only Kanto, Johto, and Sinnoh starters are back. So, we know that the Kanto starters are back because Charizard is back, and most likely that means that Bulbasaur and Squirtle are coming back because they're the Kanto starters. And it wouldn't be fair for Charizard to come back and not Squirtle and Bulbasaur. Although in X and Y, Blaziken was the only Pokemon to get a Mega Evolution out of the Hoenn starters, but then we saw Sceptile and Swampert get a Mega Evolution when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out. So Sinnoh starters coming back makes sense because we kind of expect Diamond and Pearl remakes to come out around 2020 or 2021, that's just how they usually do it. We've gotten a remake for Gold, we've gotten a remake for Ruby, and we fully expect there to be a remake for the Sinnoh region games. And Johto Pokemon coming back, I'm not sure that really makes sense. I mean, it would be nice to have the Johto Pokemon come back though. So Eevee doesn't get a new evolution, so now this sort of doesn't make sense because it kind of breaks the pattern of Eevee getting an evolution every other generation. Eevee's gotten an evolution in Gen 2, Gen 4, Gen 6, and now Gen 8. Eevee should be getting an evolution if the pattern is not going to be broken this time. But anything is possible. Patterns usually don't really say anything. I mean, they're just patterns. They're not really like fact or confirmed as being real. So I mean, if Eevee doesn't get an evolution, it'll be kind of disappointing because we're just used to getting evolutions for Eevee every other generation. And yeah, I kind of want to see an evolution for Eevee. So yeah, this kind of doesn't make too much sense to me, but I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if Eevee doesn't get an evolution. So some legendary Pokemon are in Johto, main 2, Hoenn, Weather Trio, Unova, main 3, Alola, main 3. So, yeah, I think this just means that the Pokemon are in the decks, and not that you can capture the Pokemon in these games, because, yeah, I don't think you would be able to capture the Alola legendaries in this game, like Solgaleo, Lunala, and Necrozma, because we just got them in the previous games. But I could see the Johto, Ho-Oh and Lugia being in this game somehow. I could see the Weather Trio being in this game, Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza somehow. And also the Unova main 3, I could see them being in this game. So Galarian forms. Farfetch'd becomes pure fighting and is exclusive to Sword and evolves into Sirfetch'd. Okay, so we already knew that Sirfetch'd was a Pokemon before this because I think this rumor came up on September 23rd, and we knew about Sirfetch'd before then, so yeah, that wasn't really anything new. But they also say that Chatot becomes Ghost Flying and is exclusive to Shield, evolves into a bigger parrot, Chataunt. So now this is interesting because they predicted the Galarian Ponyta, and we were also saying that the Farfetch'd Sirfetch'd might be used by Bea, the gym leader. And since her counterpart in Shield is Alistair, he would need a new ghost type, so people were speculating that he might have a Galarian form as a ghost type, so this kind of fits in with what people were thinking. So it kind of makes sense for Chatot to have a Galarian form be ghost and flying, and then for it to have a Galarian evolution into Chataunt. So Luxio line becomes dark and ground, so that is sort of weird. So here's why this rumor has the credibility it has, because it predicted Ponyta line becomes pure fairy, Rapidash evolves into an alicorn. So what this is saying is that Ponyta has a third evolution, and that's going to be a Pegasus with a horn on it, which is called an Alicorn. And yeah, I think that that would be really cool if Rapidash has a third evolution. And yeah, I'm all for that. And we did see the Ponyta that looks like something from My Little Pony. So they also say Pawniard line becomes Psychic Fighting. I guess that's okay. I mean, Pawniard right now is Dark and Steel, so I could see it becoming Psychic Fighting, sort of like Gallade. So Girafarig becomes Dark and Psychic, so I'm assuming that they mean Galarian form of Girafarig, and this continues. So Gigantamax forms. All Kanto starters have Gigantamax forms, so that means Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard have Gigantamax forms. So I don't want to get my hopes up, but this would be awesome if this happened, because that means that like all three starters got Mega Evolutions, so it would be cool if all three Kanto starters also got Gigantamax forms. So Pikachu, Lapras, Gengar. So we knew about Pikachu and Lapras. We had those from the Ben Affleck leak. We knew that Pikachu is going to be getting a Retro Pikachu Gigantamax form, and we know that Lapras is going to be getting like a piano key sort of looking form, but we didn't know about Gengar getting a form, so they just added that here. So all Sinnoh starters, their first forms. So that's kind of weird how they're saying that Piplup, Turtwig, and Chimchar are going to be getting Gigantamax forms, but not their final evolution. So far we haven't seen a pre-evolution Pokemon get a Gigantamax form, although the Ben Affleck rumor did predict Pikachu getting a Gigantamax form and Meowth getting a Gigantamax form as well. So Flygon and Haxorus will be getting Gigantamax forms. So yeah, that would be really cool if Flygon and Haxorus got forms, because in an interview they said that Flygon was supposed to get a Mega Evolution, but they didn't know how it would look like and how it would be designed, so they kind of scrapped that idea. So it would be cool if we got a specific Flygon and Haxorus Gigantamax form. So Corviknight, Dreadnought, Alcremie, Polteageist, and Eternatus. So we know about Corviknight, Dreadnought, Alcremie getting Gigantamax forms, but we don't know about Polteageist and Eternatus yet. And there is also another rumor that said that Polteageist might get another evolution, and you know, it would kind of not make much sense for Polteageist to get a Gigantamax form and not its evolution. So new Pokemon starter final types are going to be Grass and Rock. So I could see Grookey's final evolution being Grass and Rock. Plain Fire, yeah, I could see Scorbunny's final evolution being just a Fire type, because the Ben Affleck leak also said it's just going to be a Fire type. And the final evolution of Sobble is just going to be full water psychic. Corviknight has two pre-evolutions, pure flying type. One looks like a black mockingbird and the second looks like a falcon. So yeah, we know Corviknight's going to be the regional bird, which means it's going to have two pre-evolutions, so this sort of makes sense. Alcremie has one pre-evolution, pure fairy type. Looks similar to Swirlix. So yeah, this is kind of interesting because someone did do research on the Dynamax camera code, and it did find that Alcremie was getting a pre-evolution. So Polteageist has one pre-evolution and one evolution. First is a teacup and second looks like a porcelain elephant. Okay, so there have been rumors of Polteageist's final evolution looking like a porcelain elephant, and this kind of just connects with that, and it just kind of supports that idea that Polteageist will be getting a final evolution. And also from the coding we know that Polteageist is a second stage evolution, so this is making more and more sense. So Zacian is Steel Fighting, Zamazenta is Steel Fire. So yeah, I could also see that being true because Zacian has a sword, it could be Steel Fighting. Zamazenta looks like he has this big shield which looks like fire, so he could be Fire Steel. And yeah, they both have the advantage against each other, so yeah, that could be true. And Eternatus is Pure Dark, so yeah, that could be true. I mean, who knows about that one. So yeah, overall this rumor is looking like it's going to be more and more true, but the thing that made this more credible was having a Galarian Ponyta, and now the rest of it just makes sense, and it has been consistent with what we've been getting. So yeah, I think that there's more weight to this rumor now, but still take this with a grain of salt because there was a lot of rumors when Sun and Moon were being announced, and for Alola forms, I remember they predicted there was going to be an Alolan form for Parasect and a Alolan form for Arcanine. Do you guys remember the water type Arcanine? Never happened. Like, everyone was getting excited for there to be a water type Arcanine, and that never happened. So yeah, just keep your hopes at a moderate level. Don't get your hopes up too much. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and let me know what you guys think about this, and I'll see you in the next one.